Hey guys, it's Tryptophan with another video. In this one I'll be playing Energizer. So since my last Energizer video, there's been quite a few changes. Mostly overload, that's the biggest change. So it used to grant you invulnerability the whole time and kill tons of lanes. Now it doesn't really do that. It's more for transversing cliffs, but it also gives you a ton of energy. So if you look at my energy right now, I'm at 725 already and the game just started. So I'm trying to find somewhere that's not obvious. And I'm thinking he's probably not going to path here as long as I block this ramp. So I blocked this ramp and it'd just be so weird to path here. Like, where would he have to go? He'd have to go from, like, even if he goes from here to here, he's going to go in the low ground. So I feel like this is a really smart choice. He's never going to be on this high ground. There's no reason to ever be on it. So I'm using 2 overloads to get tons of energy, and I'm going to dump it all into my eco. What I like to do now is I like to automate the 3, the 7, and the 15 gas. It'll choose whatever the highest it can do for every 60 seconds for chrono. Yeah, and I'm just going to spam dimensional shift. Right now I'm just trying to get as much time as I can without dimensional shift. Right there, I go for it. And my 3rd overload is going to get me a ton of units. So that's the main plan there. Yep, so I overload here. You can see the energy shoot up. The other change is now to kill lane ball, you have to use this storm wave thing, which, yeah, sure kills the lane ball, but you use up all your energy. So I'd rather just have units and be able to kill lane balls without having to spend energy like that. So I'm going to put all my money, all my energy right into this battle station. I'm going to automate shockers. I'm not going to spend any money on upgrades or anything like that. And then I'm so lucky with this scan, like that could have been right here. So something that's interesting is I actually did like all the math for Energizer, and these tier 1 units are worth like 75 minerals. The tier 2 ones are worth like 375-ish minerals. And then the tier 3 units are basically worth around there's a little bit over 2,000, I believe. 75 times 21, whatever that is. And then a maxed out generator will give you like 212 minerals per second. So that's pretty good. So you just need 1. What else did I figure out? Yeah, those are basically the main things I figured out. So I'm just collecting as much gas as I can. It's pretty safe here. I did the 3 bounce thing. I don't know if that's, maybe it's better to do the 2nd bounce. Maybe it's not better to just do none of them. I'm not sure. Maybe I should automate both 3rd bounce and 2nd bounce. And so those are the 2 main differences. But because I get a huge jump start on my early game eco and I'm way ahead of everyone, I can just use this to farm my gas in the early game. Like, I'm already done with my 1st and 2nd set. So that's super good. So just eco in. And yeah, nothing too exciting right now. I could probably do an halfway now to convert shields, but I don't. Here it really depends on the defender. Honestly, she could be TPing in and like almost kill me, especially if she got an early +1 range. So that's a little bit greedy. I should really only be going for like tumors at the very edge of creep that are just morphine, stuff like that. Stuff that's super safe to kill. Or have overload for 1 second invulnerability. It does give me invulnerability for one. Yeah, okay, 2 seconds. That's pretty good. Like, this is kind of safe, but not really. That one's not safe. I don't go for it. Okay, good. So yeah, my ecos, I mean, it's getting there. I mean, maybe it'd be better to go back. Oh, okay, so in the late game, like 2 energy pretty much equals 1 mineral. So when you're sending for 200 energy, 200k energy, that's basically 100k minerals. So yeah. So I basically have 1800 minerals like on my hero right now. So maybe it would have been better if I went back to my eco and dumped it all in there. Like, that sounds pretty good. I'd be like 3 upgrades ahead. But it's also really important to be getting these ultra chrono boosts. That's huge right now. So I'm not sure. And it's also important to get upgrades, which I'm kind of going for. Not yet, but I think with my next one. So I started getting like the first chrono boost and energy regen here. I don't know if the first energy boost is worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's not that much gas, and it's probably not that many units. Probably doesn't even matter. Another thing is apparently some of the heroes got buffed. So if you're good at using the Beyblade hero and all that, that's good. I feel like my early game and my mid game Energizer is good. If I'm not trolling and I don't die early. But my late game could use some work in terms of like getting heroes and whatnot. And like basing composition, I guess. Oh, and like using like shield batteries in the base and all these shenanigans you can do. So like you can use shield generator for like tanking and different army comp, like half shocker, half watcher maybe, or the half teaser, I mean. So I create a second eco here, which is good because I'm floating tons of gas. So I can definitely have like ultra chrono boost on both. And if I ever have to salvage one, I can just salvage straight into the other one. Do I not grant energy here? I really should. Okay, I'm like, there we go. Honestly, just granting energy into this is probably worth it alone. Alright. Another idea is to, with the second one, like right after a Zerg checks a spot, like say Zerg checked here, you can just simp this area and who knows how long it'll last. Or Zerg checked here, you simp, nah, that's gonna get found by creep. So I think I just microed like all those different archons to go everywhere. In the mid left. My units, once they're full energy, you can spend 50, yeah, I just did it. 50 minerals to get it to the next tier. So that's how these are tier 2 now. So that's pretty cool too. So it kind of feels like not only is your eco scaling, but your runes are scaling too. So here the idea is I just create a generator. The dispenser takes it from here and just puts it straight into this generator. And then this way I get a little bit cheaper upgrades. I don't think it matters too much though in the long run, but might as well make use of the space. So what upgrades do I get first? I got like shield regeneration and vision. Those are the 2 where I always prioritize. Alright, this got salvaged. What's nice is like this is usually pretty tanky. Or like I guess like you look at it, it's like 100 100. But for some reason it always feels really tanky. So salvage straight into this eco. So in the long run it doesn't even matter. Here I just got the first upgrades. I only got them because like I'm already so far into my eco that like 1,000 minerals spent on army protection, you know, this isn't gonna kill me. Did it not show me my coin? Classic Warfield, just smashing Hercs. I was kind of curious what his build order was this game, but it looks like it's just Hercs. I'm not doing anything fun right now. Where's his eco? Man, I can't even find his eco, and I'm on his team with full map control. Man, I don't want to send a color to him. I guess that hurts. Maybe he got found? I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't have anything. Maybe just this. I just put back cruisers in there. It's actually kind of cool because if it gets found, you can blink to the low ground. It's not the most efficient one though. Oh, he's probably also doing it for healing. Yeah. That's interesting. I want to see that. Is that the new radius for the buff? That's nothing. I need to check that out. I haven't played Warfield in forever. Okay, so what have I been doing? I've just been microing units around and whatnot. And like just waiting for my eco to go up. I haven't really been doing anything special. You can look at my upgrades. I got almost all of it. Yeah, I got all the shield regeneration, a few of the shield armors. One, not even one weapon damage. Weapon damage sucks. It's only 10% on Energizer, whereas other classes is more. But it's a good late game, I guess. Might as well get it when it's so cheap. I probably should be getting it right about now. Yeah, just all this stuff. Supply, vision, lost vision upgrade. Yeah. I felt so lucky with this scan. I felt like I chose a really good spot. So a lot of Energizers just like picking a really good spot. So, oh, here's a really good spot too, because when is he going to be going from here to here? It's kind of rare. So you could probably like wall off right here and do this spot. And they would never find it. Or you could go like, yeah. That's like a really good spot. You kind of think about, you have to think about like how do you path around the map. So like if I'm pathing there, the Zerg's probably going to also path this exact same way. So pick some random spot. Like this is too obvious, for example. And like if I'm going down, the hunter would also go down this way. That's kind of obvious. But maybe like here would be good too. I mean, anywhere here is going to be good too. They're not going to see it. This is like super not, like it's just too much of a random spot. So that can be good too. So these are tier 3, which is nice. So I'm like, oh, I'll just have this spot defended. Maybe we can find out what this guy's doing. Tons of battle cruisers here. I don't know what that is. Is that range indicator the buff? That's nothing. Maybe it got buffed. Nope. I don't know. I'm confused. Because this guy got a ton of money in this game. But he doesn't seem to be going. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. Oh well. Yeah, so yeah, I maxed out my eco now. You can just see me floating a ton. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to dump tons of money into my thing and start getting tier 3 now that my generator is maxed out. And like 200 minerals per second is like perfect. That's what I go for in most classes. And it's funny, that's just like what one generator gives me, so it works out perfect. So like, when did I get here? I didn't get that one yet. Only first 2 on this. I think I was having trouble. So I went to spend money on. I have a ton of gas just from all these outposts. Oh wow, I've never like seen my feed compared to the Zerg gas. So like 10% of their money is just from me. Wow. But I don't, maybe, I don't know how it works actually. Does the 204 split between them, or do they each get 204? Because if they each get 204, then I fed about 10%. Otherwise 5%. I feel like that's kind of different. So whoever's attacking mid here is doing well in deadly combat. This is, yeah. I think around here, I noticed just lots of people attacking mid. So like, I'll join them too. I want to get this settled. So like, yeah, I got the first 3 upgrades, like all the way at 850. Just the first Chronobus. Maybe 3 is better. Maybe even more is better. Same, first 2 there. Nothing here, I just forgot to get it, I guess. Yeah, so I have 2 mid here. So how do you ascend on Energizer? Well, the easiest way is I just have this random generator. I'm gonna get all the upgrades on it, and it's gonna not be giving energy to everything. So when this gets to 9, this bottom number, when this gets like 99999 out of 99999, and then I salvage a full generator into my hero, that'll give me everything I need to ascend. And I'm just pushing with all these other generators, giving me tier 3 units. And this one I also went up to 3. So I have pressure, and this gives me my late game. Because it's going to allow me to ascend. I'll let you guys reascend. So yeah, it like factors in the current energy and all the upgrades. I felt like part of the reason I was so rich this game was because I chose a really good spot, which just got scanned, which is funny because I looked at it too. So I looked at it in the replay, I looked at it in the real game, they looked at it all at the same time. It's pretty funny. And okay, so yeah, early game, I forgot to mention this. I had my hero, right? With all the units. And that allowed me to get a ton of levels, and Energizer is so strong with levels. There's like so much range and weapon speed and damage. This got found instantly. First 2 seconds I'm invulnerable, then I can run away. I have so many upgrades, I'm pretty fast. 5.66. I'm not afraid of dying, or like I have no concern for dying. I have 2 mid before I lose all these Archons, like Kraith, Spine Volley. These units are super fast for the movement speed upgrade too. Maybe that's a possible late game too, where you just mass a ton of units and just kite with super high movement speed characters. That could be a good late game. So here I just have too much energy on my hero. Okay, I see this, I'm like, I need a salvage soon. Well, not right now. I can't get that corner, it's not cloaked. I got super lucky here because I'm like, oh, this generator, which was like supposed to give me my ascension, and it does give me my ascension, 241k, but it's because I also had the salvage of my main eco. So I decided to give everything but 200k to my generator. And yeah. will not allow me to send it whenever I want. So right now I've done 31.3k damage, tons of gas farm. It's a pretty boring early game, but it feels pretty safe because you have eco wherever you want. So you could choose literally the safest part of the map. Or like the least obvious, but that can make it tricky. I think here would have been good too, because a lot of people saw like will patrol up here. Yeah, so I'm just giving energy. Yep, and pretty happy with that. You could probably also fit one here, but whatever. This one doesn't reach the distributor. This is the part where I'm like, was this the right move? I don't really know. My units are so fast. It feels like they're just simming in. It's kind of crazy. So he used spine volley, and I'm like, okay, energize time. And I kept looking. I was looking for where the teleport is, but I couldn't find it. So I just died. But I did some like 30k more damage there. I've already cleared out mid along with others. I think it was mostly them, to be honest. Well, they started it, and then I finished it. So yeah, let's see. This Warfield did pretty good, I think, this game. Oh, he did really well in gas farm, so he did a lot in terms of clearing out mid. I think that's what he did. Yeah, and then he's rich now, but he was not rich earlier. I need to check when he got rich at all. Whoops. Daisies. Alta. So he has this. It's got like sentry bots and battle cruisers. Okay, it's these planetary fortresses. These Corona. So he got a ton of gas and was able to plant it for Terry Fortress it. I mean, that's nice and all, but that's just so risky because if they kill all the planetaries, you have no eco. There's no salvage function on these. Okay, so when I saw this game with the endgame stats, I'm like, oh, this guy had tons of eco, but I guess it's only recently, after clearing out everything. There's just a lot of classes where they don't have the strongest early game eco, but late game it can be insane. If you got the kill there, I don't know. I wonder. This is like, imagine like 8 good warfields on a map, just like all Herc spamming around. You'd have no chance of killing any of them. Maybe you would, I don't know. Maybe 5 warfields and 3 supports, all trolling the hunter. That's how I define a good support. They harass the hunter a lot, or the defender in the mid game, or get map control. Like Swan's obviously not gonna harass the hunter, but he can get good map control. Yep, so GG's. Hope you guys learned something about the new Energizer and some changes. Oh, it's mostly the heroes got buffed, but the actual Energizer got nerfed in terms of survivability and whatnot. He's not just invulnerable the whole time and can't kill 20 lanes. But he's still good. Like, you put a few Archons with him, give him some levels, and he'll put in work. Alright, GG guys, see you next video.